What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 697 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 34 of Supremacy, the go-home before this week's fortunate pay-per-view event, guys, and a bit of a unique start to this week's episode of Supremacy, as after weeks of these mysterious distractions during his matches, Killian Red issued a challenge to his quote-unquote stalker for Fortune to face him in a Great American Bash match, and it would be Bloody Justice who tweeted out saying, "If you want answers, Killian Red, I've got them for you. All you have to do is follow the spiders and meet me in the boiler room on the next episode of Supremacy." So we've got a little bit of interesting situation taking place. Killian Red going to meet Bloody Justice in the boiler room. What happens next, I'm not too sure, but let's find out. Is Bloody Justice the one behind these very eerie images that have been playing on the Titantron, nearly costing Killian Red twice? Luckily, the European champion, or as he would like to be called, Great American champion, has been able to maintain focus in those situations and come out with the victory. But remember, the last time these two were face to face, it was that match of the year candidate at, I believe, Shake Up towards the start of the season. Killian Red was invited to face Bloody Justice in the Bloody Justice Invitational, and the two of them just absolutely murked each other. And here we go. Killian Red, I think, isn't here to ask questions. He has come to get him some. I guess there's no sort of speculation in Killian's mind. Bloody Justice is behind these distractions. And I guess this is where the three-time CMV Tag Team Champion likes to hang out when he's not in action during these Supremacies, down in the boiler room of the arena. Oh, and Killian Red thrown gut first into that steel railing. Some very weird noises echoing from the bellows of the arena. Bloody Justice trying to suffocate Killian Red. And this is completely bypassed any sort of conversation and just divulged into a brawl. I don't know if security are even aware of this part of the arena, though. It looks like it's just BJ's domain. He's got a red barrel. Presumably was filled with oil at some point, or gasoline, right across the back of Killian Red. Dear God. It's got to be all rusted. Killian might need a tetanus shot. And now he goes knee first off of another barrel. Killian better watch out. Bloody Justice has a shelf, a metal shelf now. Oh, but Killian's going to take it right out of his hands. Not want anything to do with that. And a spirit bomb down onto the concrete floor, ladies and gentlemen. Any other man would probably be paralyzed right now. I'm very worried about that fire, because knowing Bloody Justice, it wouldn't be beneath him to try and throw Killian Red in the burner there. Someone should go and close that, but again, I'm not sure if anybody besides Bloody Justice and now Killian Red are really aware of this section of the arena. The Great American Champion, I guess, now has his challenger confirmed. Bloody Justice coming for the Great American Championship, and I'm here for it, because like I said, the last time these two faced off, we got that match of the year candidate. Bloody Justice has had a rough couple of months, a lot of family issues, failing to win the Elimination Chamber at Validation. He's not playing around. Killian right in front of that fire. Bloody Justice has the steel rack again, but Killian's going to kick it right out of his hands. And there's that sunset flip powerbomb into the shadows. Imagine all the spiders down here. I guess that's why Bloody Justice feels right at home. Killian Red now has got the barrel. Will Bloody Justice get a taste of his own medicine? BJ keeps outmaneuvering him. Overhead, swings down, but Justice catches him. Maybe an inverted atomic drop Killian Red with a couple of elbows to the back of the head. Gonna make sure that doesn't happen. Throws him down onto the concrete with an STO. Killian taking Bloody Justice by the back of the head. Where are we going now? Look at everything's just so rusty. You got wood pallets, spare cranks. I mean, what is that? Is that just a pipe? That's just a piece of pipe. Some spare pipe laying around. Bloody Justice wants to paralyze Killian Red. Killian swings down, trying to crack BJ's skull. Neither man able to use the weapon, though. And another spirit bomb, and I think Bloody Justice landed right on that steel pipe. Will either man even make it to Fortune now is the question. As they just continue to beat the hell out of each other. Killian Red has got the steel pipe again. And Killian Red, white and blue, ladies and gentlemen, has come to lay some pipe. Bloody Justice cracked open as that steel pipe connects with his skull. And now going after the knee. The Great American Champion destroying Bloody Justice. Not a pile driver, man. That could have possibly shaved years off of BJ's career if he didn't reverse it. If he's not already fooked after that steel pipe to the head. Oh, wait a minute! Sister's Joy! Killian Red just got his bell rung. Somehow still in the fight, though. And I don't know how this is going to end because I know both men are so resilient. Security, not going to be any sort of factor. I don't even know if they've been alerted. Bloody Justice taking a nap on a pile of wood pallets. Killian Red is finding it hard to get to him. Can't seem to maneuver around the corner here. I mean, let's be fair. He just got driven face first into concrete, so can't really blame him for being a bit out of it right now. Killian Red, though, he's got that look in his eyes. Oh, into the wood pallets again. Can Killian Red figure it out this time? Nope, seems like he's still having some trouble. Oh, there he goes. And face first into the wood. How about some splinters for you? Electric chair turned into a sit-out power bomb. Didn't really get to see the full impact. Killian Redman barely able to stand at this point. Maybe he shouldn't have accepted the offer to come to the boiler room here tonight. Oh, Killian Red! Looking to make sure Bloody Justice doesn't even make it to Fortune. Red alert! Down onto the concrete. But somehow, he's not finished. Bloody Justice, his home away from home, the boiler room. When he's not competing and he's not in the bloody forest, this is where he likes to hang out, I guess. Back in front of the fire. Imagine how intense that heat must be. You can see Killian Red's sweat glistening in the light. Some knees to the gut. That's what Bloody Justice was thinking about, but Killian Red doing a good job of... Oh! Did Bloody Justice just bust open Killian's midsection? Hang on a second. Hang on a second! Oh, man! Just nearly dropped onto that barrel. And again, Killian gets his shin rammed into the steel barrel. Seems like Justice has a game plan. Oh, and there's the sickle. Sickening impact. And Bloody Justice has finally had enough. Killian Red lies unconscious. And Bloody Justice now revealing himself as Killian Stalker. We're going to see these two face off at Fortune, guys, in a Great American Bash match for the Great American Championship. That's if Killian Red makes it to Fortune. Sorry about that. Classic 2K has to mess up the card as per the usual. But now we truly get the show underway proper. After an interesting start, indeed, Killian Red heading down to the boiler room and getting jacked up by Bloody Justice. Will Red make it to Fortune to defend his championship against Bloody Justice? We'll have to wait and see, guys. But starting things off, it is our second of 8 qualifying battle royals in the King of the Hill tournament. We saw earlier this week on Crossfire, Kingsley be the first to advance to Absolution and take part in the King of the Hill match, where the winner is awarded a main event match at the grandest stage of them all, a Sentence 8 championship opportunity of their choosing. So who's going to be the second man to join Kingsley? We're going to find out as 8 Supremacy superstars get ready to duke it out. And that stacked card here tonight, our main event, of course, for the Anarchy Championship, as Brett Curtis looks to become a double champ, and perhaps he and Jason Spade will be the two-man power trip. He's got to get past Subject Zero, though, with the Anarchy Championship at stake. We now know that at Fortune, the tag team champions, Jason Spade and Brett Curtis, will defend their unified world tag team titles against Subject Zero and Joseph Santos. A bit of a trade Jason Spade brokered, saying that if Curtis was given an Anarchy Championship match, he and Curtis would then defend their titles against Val's Arsenal. And let's just hope this doesn't crash. I think I figured out a way to make sure it doesn't crash, just to have the Battle Royals at the start of every show. My tests, at least, went well. We'll see if that continues, or if... There we go. There's always those little bypasses you can figure out with 2K20. But here we go. 8 men, but only 1 can advance to Absolution and take a step closer to the main event of Ascendance 8, guys. After this, still 6 more Battle Royals to take place over the next few weeks, all leading to Absolution in the King of the Hill match. That match itself will be pinfall and submission, but the qualifiers are standard Battle Royals, meaning the only way to be eliminated is to get tossed over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor. Odds-on favorite, and this one has got to be Shay Hoxton, the former Anarchy champion, international champion, who, not surprisingly, is going right after his Fortune opponent, Jared Leon. Shay Hoxton saying he's going to beat Leon at Fortune and then smooch his wife, Joy Justice. And whatever Jared Leon might have left in terms of emotion, surely not happy with Hoxton's antics, but Hoxton is playing those mind games. Do mind games work? That's the question against someone like Jared Leon. And Gary Reed might be looking to make the first elimination. There goes newcomer Devin Isaacs, and Ashley Amell soon after joining him. Amell coming off that win recently against Chris Proudfoot, finally ending his long-lasting losing streak, but not able to use that momentum here tonight. Gary Reed now has Kaplan Armstrong in trouble, one half of Oasis. And Hoxton is eliminated by Jared Leon. Now that is huge. Much like on Crossfire, I don't think anyone expected Kingsley to win. And you had Ryan Kent, the favorite, eliminated early on. Of course, remember, all the superstars eliminated, their chances aren't exactly kaput, because there is a last chance battle royal that will take place. 8 superstars going to have the opportunity to make it to Absolution despite their loss. Brad Miller now taking out Maddox, guys, and Jared Leon sends Gary Reed to the back. Kaplan Armstrong, guys. Brad Miller and Jared Leon remain. One of these 3 men going to make it to Absolution. Are we going to have a complete, Dark Horse King of the Hill match? Look at this teamwork. Not surprising, former allies in the union between Mr. Slate and Tailcoat Val worked together very well for a couple of months. And Kaplan Armstrong is the biggest guy of the bunch here. Crack to the jaw. And again, Leon has been unstoppable lately. And I don't think his run is going to end here tonight. Bram Miller taking some time. The former right hand of the right hand, Mr. Slate. Haven't seen him in a while, but could make a big return here tonight. Kaplan Armstrong saving himself from getting eliminated there. And that momentary reunion between Miller and Leon ends. Jesus, standing German suplex. That takes some serious strength. And now look at Kaplan. Ooh, off the shoulders. Bram Miller taking Kaplan Armstrong into a front headlock and just whipping him around as if he's not near 300 pounds. You want to talk about impressive. Leon got Bram Miller hanging on for dear life. Kaplan Armstrong going to help out. Is Bram the next to go? Yes, he is. Kaplan Armstrong and Jared Leon, the final two participants. One of these men is going to absolution. Pile driver, man. Kaplan Armstrong, Oasis period. We haven't seen a whole lot this season. And he's taking full advantage of this opportunity. Leon's got him by the head, though, smashing him in the face. Retaliates, does Kaplan in kind, and then just using that thick frame of his to bulldoze over Leon. Hang on, hang on! Kaplan Armstrong, don't tell me we are going to have another win! Oh my God! What in the hell is going on? All of these rookies, these unknowns, using these huge opportunities. Kaplan Armstrong eliminating Jared Leon to advance to absolution. Is this going to be the trend going forward? But like I said, Kaplan Armstrong not playing around. Look at those veins on his midsection. He's been given very little opportunities, and he seized the night. Kaplan Armstrong joining Kingsley at absolution. 6 more spots to be filled. Three, as a matter of fact. The Justice family, though in shambles at the moment, definitely has good odds. At least one of them making it to absolution. Still Matthew Justice and Bloody Justice competing in the remaining 6 battle royals. Kingsley and Kaplan Armstrong. One of them. There's potential for one of them to main event Ascendance 8. But we'll see who the other 6 superstars joining them will be. And again, all those superstars eliminated thus far still have a chance to make up for it in the last chance battle royal. But continuing tonight, guys, we got one-on-one action as Joseph Santos, joined by Tailcoat Val, takes on the CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion and one half of the CMV Unified World Tag Team Champions, Jason Spade. And again, we know that Brett Curtis and Jason Spade will be defending their Unified World Tag Team titles against the team of Joseph Santos and Subject Zero at Fortune, in exchange for Curtis's Anarchy Championship match later on tonight in the main event against Subject Zero. And it still sucks to see Santos falling further and further into the Tailcoat Val hole, if you will. He's being suckered in, allured by her mind games and promises of, taking his career in the right direction, because Santos, of course, last season was never able to win the NGW World Championship, nearly had his career ended, came back and had a really great run at the start of the season, was unbeaten for a few months, but then failed to capture the United States Championship, the Rising Star Championship, the Anarchy Championship, and it just started to get to Santos, started building up, and then here comes Tailcoat Val saying that she has what Santos needs. Look at that strut. Santos full of himself, forcing the world champion to retreat momentarily, walks right into that right hook. And again, we're seeing Spade not exactly acting like himself. Much like we witnessed a couple of weeks ago in that match against Dave Turner. At so many times I thought Spade was going to cost himself the match because all he can think about right now, and understandably so, is Tailcoat Val, and more importantly, Sarasi. There is nobody better at mind games than Tailcoat Val, and she has definitely gotten into the head of Jason Spade, even if you won't admit it. Tailcoat Val is tugging on the one string, the one weakness, if you will, that Jason Spade has. And that's him feeling like he let Sarasi down. And now Tailcoat Val has Sarasi. Spade's going to do whatever he has to do to get him back. Let's just hope that Spade, much like Santos, doesn't get caught in the web that Tailcoat Val is spinning. Collar City clutch by Jason Spade gets locked in out of nowhere. Santos able to move onto his back though. Elbow. Sets himself free with a punch straight to the face. Counters the Irish whip, coming back on the rebound. Spade not able to think quick enough. Knife edge chop blocked. And there's a punch for you. Victory roll into a double boot stop. Spade's going to try to finish this one off right here, right now, but only gets a 1 count. Big boot. No effect. Spade marking the canvas. Doing that to refocus himself or make a mockery of Santos, not too clear. A lot of people worried about Jason Spade right now. Another double boot stop. And Spade gonna follow that up with what could only be the Landenberg. No! Santos using the time he was given there. Florida flatliner. Spade played around too much. 1, 2. Almost the biggest win of Joseph Santos' career right there, ladies and gentlemen. But it's not done yet. Side control, and there's that aggression from Santos. Just unloading a flurry of punches to the face. Counters the arm drag. Santos hones in on him. Overhand punch gets reversed. Tilt-a-whirl DDT. Santos popping right back up. Took that like a champ. Shaking off them cobwebs. Spade slowly picking himself up in the corner. Easy pickings for Santos here. Now is going to use the ropes. Leveling Spade with that reverse DDT. Some more side control punches. This is all Santos right now. Just having his way with the undisputed world heavyweight champion. Goes for the pin. 1. Only a 1 count though. Can never count Jason Spade out. Even in the condition he's in at the moment. Even though he isn't all there mentally. Ducks the enziguri. Able to trip up Santos again. And this could only mean the Collar City clutch. Applied yet again. Can Santos find a way to escape a second time? Or will he have to tap out right in the middle of the ring? Refuses to tap, but the damage may be done. Spade releases the hold. And from the camel clutch position, fires off some punches across the forehead. Cheeky jab by Spade, misses the second one, makes up for it with the trip and double boot stop for the pin. 1, 2, but no win. And Spade looking right over at Tailcoat Val, who hasn't taken her eyes off of the world champion. Oh, complete shot! Complete shot! 1, 2! Oh my God! Can't get much closer than that, and Santos is livid. What does he have to do to keep Jason Spade down? Spade from his back. Dangerous as ever, kick to the side of the head. And the Lanzenberg lobotomy a second time. Hits it flush. 1, 2, 3. Jason Spade victorious. Yet again, we saw Jason Spade struggling throughout this match. Not physically, but mentally. There were times when it seemed like he couldn't properly focus, and Santos nearly got the better of him because of it. But in the end, just like against Dave Turner, Spade able to focus up and get the job done. Now he hands it off to his tag team partner, Brett Curtis, later on tonight in our main event, challenging Sub-Zero for the Anarchy Championship. Will they walk into fortune as the two-man power trip? Man, I thought Santos had it won right there with a complete shot. But a Lanzenberg lobotomy seals Santos' fate. Can Jason Spade keep his head going into fortune? And what was originally supposed to be Reese Matthews going one-on-one with Killian Red here tonight. Now going to see the total package take on Quantum after, of course, Killian Red was laid out in the boiler room courtesy of Bloody Justice. And now it's even up in the air if Red will make it to fortune to defend his Great American Championship against Bloody Justice. Reese Matthews, though, might be a bit miffed to find out there's going to be a Spectre at ringside for this one. Dave Turner requesting a seat at ringside after what happened on the last episode of Supremacy. We were supposed to see Reese Matthews go one-on-one with Dave Turner, but Matthews assaulted Turner before the match started. In the end, it didn't go his way as the Technical Prodigy got the better of the former undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. And now it has been confirmed that at Fortune, Reese Matthews and Dave Turner will go one-on-one. Matthews trying to jump the line, seeing Dave Turner as his biggest threat in his mission to regain the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, something he came so close to earning a shot at inside of the chamber at Validation. Reese Matthews been red hot since returning a couple of months ago, not counting the Elimination Chamber, of course, which was won by Paul Devine. Reese Matthews is taking no prisoners. He said upon his return he doesn't want to be referred to anymore as a former undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, but a future undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, and both these men, along with Dave Turner, involved in the King of the Hill tournament. In fact, I believe Matthews and Turner are going to be in the same Battle Royal. One of them going to get a big chance at momentum at Fortune later this week. Quantum, meanwhile, Haven't seen him since he and Hayden lost the Unified World Tag Team titles last month. Hayden returned last week with a very quick victory against Sebastian Vachon. You know, Quantum has done just about everything there is to do in his CMV career across, you know, all shows, and unmatched while it was around, becoming unmatched World Heavyweight Champion. Future Shock DDT to Reese Matthews, which could be in the end early on. One. Only a 1 count. Quantum has never main evented the grandest stage of them all, Ascendance, and you gotta think that that's something he wants to check off before walking into the sunset. You know, like I mentioned, he is a former unmatched World Heavyweight Champion, but he's never been able to capture the CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, something he's fought valiantly for throughout his career. Just never been his time, so winning the King of the Hill tournament, main eventing Ascendance, just like every other superstar in CMV. The main goal for the future man right now. Fighting to his feet with a forearm smash. Goes for the timestamp. But Reese Matthews did his homework. Back suplex and a stomp down onto the face. Now looking to deliver a reality check to the 5-time tag team champion. Reese adopting a slower pace as he's got control. I feel like there was no contact made there. Referee Johnson just threw himself down onto the canvas. Looks like he's okay, though. Catchphrase by Reese. Dave Turner watching very closely. You know, Turner is on his own return tour, coming back last month after over a year out of action. And announcing, oh my God! Reese Matthews catching Quantum on the way down with that cutter after launching him into the air, and I guess that knee to the side of the head, just a cherry on top. 2.999 is all the total package is going to get here, though. Perfect drop kick. Straight out of the textbook. Some more knees going to bust Quantum open. Big kick to the back. Dave Turner, a 3-time World Heavyweight Champion, Hall of Famer, but now is back full-time, looking to recapture that former glory, and has no problem going right through Reese Matthews. Unfortunate to do it. Stalling brainbuster. Into the pin goes Reese. One, only a 1 count though. Matthews not happy about it, but Quantum already back to his feet. Blasting! Matthews with a second Future Shock DDT. One. He gets a 1 count. Quantum shoots a look over at Dave Turner like, this guy's tougher than I thought. Round and around we go. Elbow to the side of the head. Hadouken! The double open palm strike to the heart. Thing is, Reese Matthews doesn't have a heart. Quantum stalking him from the corner. 24th punch. But Reese, what the hell? Gets straight back up. And he must have a jaw made out of pure steel. Mocking Quantum now. Oh, and watch out. Right in front of Turner. Dodges another punch. European uppercut. And you see how badly Turner wants to put hands on Reese Matthews, but he's got to wait until Fortune. Here we go. Next to the announce table. Dangerous place to be with chairs set up all over the place. Gut first into the edge of the table. Quantum fighting back with an elbow to the dome. Just back and forth exchanging strikes. Neither man able to get the advantage. Count of 7 by head official Johnson. Now Reese Matthews busted open with a well-placed elbow above the eyebrow. Into the announce table again. Matthews using his environment expertly. Blood spurting all over the announce table cover here. Right at the count of 10, Matthews back into the ring. He's got Quantum looking worse for wear. Taking his time. He knows he's got this in the bag. Right down onto his neck. Quantum unresponsive. And Matthews just taking full advantage. No qualms with doing so. Again dropped on his neck. Something's got to give here. Big move after big move after big move. No signs of life from the future man. And look at Matthews just stared him in the face. Talking that trash. Oh, but Quantum's had enough. Reversing the momentum there in the corner didn't last for long. Reverse DDT down onto the knee. Back into the corner, Reese Matthews. He's looking for something specific, I believe. Hung up to dry on the second rope. Triangle drop kick, nailing Quantum right on the side of the head. Never one to stay down for very long. Bicycle knee paralyzing Reese. Just long enough. Clothesline. And again, ducking Reese's clothesline into a snap power slam. Hooks the leg, could have it. 1, 2. Oh man, what a match this has turned out to be. A banger. Dave Turner probably wishing he brought a chair. And look at Matthews. I don't think he's all there right now. Out of desperation, throwing out clotheslines every which way. Finally lands one. Gonna take his time, calculating his shot. Bam! Right across the forehead with that pinpoint knee drop. Reese smells blood. Gonna go in for the kill. Snap vertical suplex. Another knee. Quantum can do nothing about it. He's got to wake up. Throwing Reese over the shoulders. Taking him for a ride. This ain't going to end well. Snake eyes. Cocking that punch. Sometimes Quantum is very slow in his offense. 24th punch again, just as I say that. 1, 2, 3, Quantum. Knocking Reese Matthews into another dimension with the 24th punch, baby. Just as I say, sometimes he can be slow in his offense. Must have heard me. Big win for Quantum. Dave Turner laughing. As Reese Matthews heads to the back. Gotta get that nose looked at. Might be broken. Pretty deep gash on the bridge. But the week ain't over for the total package. He started something against Dave Turner, and now Dave Turner is going to finish it at Fortune. And still to come here tonight, guys, on Supremacy number 34, our main event, where the Anarchy Championship will be decided Brett Curtis challenging Subject Zero. Will we see Curtis and Spade walk into Fortune to defend their unified world tag team titles as a two-man power trip? That remains to be seen. But speaking of tag team action, we have got George King and the returning D'Angelo Prince taking on their respective Fortune opponents, Bob Luger and international champion Andrew Briggs. It has been confirmed that D'Angelo Prince will make his return to singles action at Fortune one-on-one against Bob Luger, while, of course, George King, after defeating Bob Luger in last week's main event, earned his shot at Andrew Briggs in the International Championship. A couple weeks ago, George King knocked off Briggs when the title wasn't on the line. Can he do it again when the gold is at stake? Luger and Briggs, far from the first time they've teamed up. Really a power combination, and Luger was hoping it would be him taking the shot against Briggs at the pay-per-view. It's an opportunity he's been clamoring for. But instead, he'll be met with this. D'Angelo Prince, I can't deny that I missed that offense. And an early tag out to George King. I guess D'Angelo Prince wants to save it for Fortune. Of course, it was Luger, after Validation came out to the Supremacy ring. He was hearing a lot of trash talk from not only the CMV universe, but the superstars backstage about him dropping the ball at Validation, as team captain of Supremacy. And he said, if anybody has an issue, don't go around whispering behind my back. Come out here and say it to my face. And to pretty much everyone's surprise, D'Angelo Prince answered his call. And at first, faint respect for the work ethic Titan, but it was all a trick. D'Angelo Prince laying Luger out, trying to make a statement in his return. D'Angelo Prince not been in action for almost a year. We didn't see very much of him just now as the match started. George King taking Luger into the corner, smashing him face first on the top turnbuckle. Talked about how it's been a rough couple of months for George King, losing the European Championship, the kingdom dissolving, no longer has his knights to back him up. And it's really George King's fault in all regards. But now he's slowly starting to pick himself up after his loss at Validation inside of the Elimination Chamber. Wins over Andrew Briggs and Bob Luger. And now if he can do it again, capture the International Championship for the first time in his career. Sharpshooter gets broken up by Andrew Briggs. German suplex by Luke. Sent into the corner, perhaps looking to make a tag. And he does. Here comes the International Champion. Like I said, these two have worked together multiple times in the past. They've got phenomenal chemistry, and it shows there. That Russian leg sweep clothesline combo only gets a 1 count, though. Andrew Briggs spent the majority of his career chasing after the International Championship. So many opportunities down the drain, but finally last month in that fatal 4-way, got the job done. And is not looking to lose it in his first defense. I'm definitely looking forward to the rematch. It was close. There's no denying King got the job done. He has to be the odds-on favorite if you're a betting man. Now King makes a tag. D'Angelo Prince, former Anarchy champion. Drop toe hold. Elbow drop. Not much more old school than that, baby. And Zaguri just immediately taking Andrew Briggs down, but D'Angelo Prince, as he does best, taking his eyes off the ball, busy mocking this crowd, and a hot tag is made. I don't think D'Angelo Prince wanted any of Luger before Fortune, but he's going to get it. Bob Luger nice enough to help Prince to his feet, only to take him right back down with plethora of wheel kicks. European uppercut. No time to breathe, man. Luger all over D'Angelo Prince like peanut butter on jelly here. And now taking him to Suplex City. Things not looking very good for D'Angelo Prince right now. He's able to bite the bullet, though, bringing Luger into a front headlock, chops away the hand. And Luger Gonna send him spiraling down with the Cody Island Cyclone. 1, 2. Hardly a 2 count if. 1.999999. But if that didn't do it, surely this will. Luger landing. Welcome back, D'Angelo Prince. 1, 2. But how in the hell did Prince kick out of the Luger landing? All right, D'Angelo Prince didn't come back to mess around, it would seem. Spent this last almost year on the shelf rehabbing and evidently honing his game. Even though he was able to kick out, hasn't been able to do much else. Luger is dominating him. And the sooner he makes a tag to George King, I think the better. He was not fully prepared for the work ethic Titan, who now tags Andrew Briggs back in. Briggs looking to finish the job perhaps, but Prince is waiting with a knee to the ribs. And there's the trouble in paradise. I think I saw a couple of Andrew's teeth go flying out into the crowd. Uses the opening instead of going for a pin to make the tag. I actually think that's pretty wise. Briggs has got to have a hell of a headache right now. George King going to turn his kick into a German suplex. Very confident is the #1 contender as he lays into Briggs. Who won't stay down, now has to after that jumping clothesline, just standing over Andrew Briggs. Tell him to get up. Not at all impressed with the international champion. Briggs does get up, but it's dropped right back down with the electric chair. And now look at George King talking that smack to Luger. Just can't stop running his mouth. Sometimes you'd like to get behind George King, but it's so hard to do so. A bow tie backbreaker. George King, will he get the better of Andrew Briggs again? Andrew Briggs kicked out. Luger broke up the pin. I'm not too sure. Either way, this match continues. D'Angelo Prince lays out Luger with a regal cutter. Front slam by King. Luger's got to get out of the ring before he's disqualified. Double axe handle wildly misses. Back first into the turnbuckles and thrown out to the middle of the ring like trash. Obviously no respect to be had between George King and Andrew Briggs. But look at that, Briggs, all he needs is one little opening. Kick to the gut. Elbow onto the knee. A snapmare has Briggs in trouble yet again. Head scissors. George King's looking for some elbows. Andrew Briggs says, I don't think so. Hangman's neck breaker. Look at the sweat on the back of Andrew's head. Desperation, barely able to stand, just falling into the cover. King throws down an overhand. Despite Andrew's valiant efforts, he can't seem to get a lid on George King. And if that's the fact, at Fortune, we are looking at the next international champion, ladies and gentlemen. George King. There's that pump handle Samoan drop. Bit of a coronation. But Luger, luckily in close range, able to break it up. Dodges Prince's enziguri. Look how George King isn't deterred, though. Royal flush to the international champion. 1, 2, but again, Luger is able to keep this match alive. Hang on. Another Royal flush. And at this point, you gotta wonder if Luger should be breaking up the pins. Watch D'Angelo count him 2 there. Only has until 5, unless he be counted out and disqualified. And what I mean by that is Andrew Briggs is getting beaten to hell right now. Luger might have to think about the long term, his friend's well-being, rather than winning this match. Fortune is more important. And it seems like George King is trying to make sure Andrew Briggs doesn't make it to Fortune, and if he does, certainly not at 100%. Into the steel steps, and Luger's powerless to do anything to help his tag team partner. Drops the knee down onto the kidneys. Never ceases to amaze me, the fight of Andrew Briggs. Doesn't back down, doesn't quit. Even when the odds are stacked against him, even when he has nothing left. Body splash. Should go for the tag, just as George King does to D'Angelo Prince. But Briggs trying to psych himself up. International champion taking Prince by the wrist. Forearm smashes, waiting for him. Goes for the jumping DDT. D'Angelo Prince is quicker. And now Prince standing over Andrew Briggs, talking his shit. Look at this. You've got the international champion dead to rights. You're too busy mouthing off. Catches Andrew's kick sweep. Nobody more proud of D'Angelo Prince than D'Angelo Prince. Yanking Andrew into that knee. This is getting hard to watch. Andrew Briggs unresponsive. Twist of fate. 1, 2. How the hell does Andrew kick out? I thought this match would only continue because Luger was breaking up the pins, but apparently not. Andrew still has something to give. Andrew Briggs went for the kip up, but D'Angelo Prince beat him to it. Sends him into the corner. Desperately needs a tag. Whoa! Whoa! Holy shit! And you can disagree with D'Angelo Prince's politics. I certainly do. But man, there's nothing like watching a D'Angelo Prince match in another trouble in paradise. And it certainly is just that for Andrew Briggs. Kick to the back. Desperation pin by D'Angelo, just hoping Andrew stays down. He may have, but Bob Luger not giving in. And honestly, if I was Andrew's tag team partner, I would just throw in the towel. Live to fight another day, as they say. Irish whip off the ropes. Watch out, George King. Angelo getting the better of Briggs in this tie-up. Elbow to the shoulder. Some blinking, you miss it offense. Those knees. Gotta have Andrew's jaw hanging on by a thread. Briggs grabs the rope, though, knowing where he is at all times. The CMV veteran saving himself for a change in this match. Looking to take a breath on the outside, but D'Angelo not giving up the chase. Hot on his trail, swinging neck breaker. Briggs just about throws himself head first into the ring apron. As D'Angelo ducked that clothesline. Prince is wearing himself out, beating Andrew's ass so badly. Point of the announce table. Gut first. Andrew Briggs felt all of that one. Knee drop by the champ. Count of 8 by referee Johnson. Briggs going to use the ring apron and Luger's knees as a momentary weapon, as does D'Angelo Prince. Now to the quarter, but D'Angelo Prince going to roll back into the ring. Seemed for a second like he might try to take the count out win, but now resetting the count. Scoop slam. Briggs drops down behind, slaps the tit with a reverse DDT, and trying to rally these fans. There is nobody like Andrew Briggs. After all the punishment he has endured in this match, still he's able to get these fans behind him with academic at this point. Count of 2. Nice counter by Briggs there. Going to cut D'Angelo Prince open. A slash above the eye. Not only seemed to piss D'Angelo Prince off. Tag to George King. Some teamwork now between these two. Throwing Briggs into the ropes. Double gut punch. Double axe handle. Double kick to the ribs. Like an unwanted dog. And look at George King. So full of himself. You'd think these last couple of months would be a wake-up call for George King. Bowtie backbreaker again. And Luger, God, please don't break up the pin, man. Just let this match end. Luger, though, not wanting to give the satisfaction to George King and D'Angelo Prince. You gotta think about the well-being of your friend, though. You gotta think about Andrew Briggs. Look at this. What is George King doing? Taking a page out of Killian Red's playbook. Powerbomb from the top rope. And of course he has to taunt before actually going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. George King and D'Angelo Prince. And is Andrew Briggs, guys, and I mean this genuinely, is he going to be okay? Can he make it to Fortune later this week? I don't know, man. I don't blame Luger. I mean, I get it. You want to win the match. You don't want to give your rivals any sort of momentum, but there comes a point when the risk is not worth the reward. Andrew Briggs just got, for lack of a better word, obliterated. George King, D'Angelo Prince working together expertly to rip the international champion apart. An impressive victory for these two men, but a worrisome outcome for Andrew Briggs. Hopefully we get an update from the doctor. And here we go now, my fine feathered friends. It is main event time as the Anarchy Championship is at stake in exchange for a shot at the Unified World Tag Team titles. Later this week, Fortune, Sub-Zero puts his Anarchy Championship on the line against the Specialist, the King of the Ring, and one half of the Unified World Tag Team Champions, Bret Curtis. Curtis knocking off Sub-Zero a couple of weeks ago in a non-title matchup. But last week, he and Hoxton felt the full force of Tailcoat Val's arsenal in that tag team matchup. Curtis just taken overhead as soon as the bell rings. Sub-Zero, for those who might be uninformed, showcasing his unmatched raw power. Inverted atomic drop. Can't keep up with the unorthodox offense of Curtis, though, who goes for his own pin. Only a one count. And as the Anarchy Championship is on the line, this is anything goes. No countouts, no disqualifications. Only way to win is by pin or submission in the ring. Joseph Santos, Jason Spade surely resting up after their match earlier tonight, watching this one closely. Santos and Zero will challenge Curtis and Spade regardless of the outcome here for the Unified World Tag Team titles at Fortune later this week. Good to see it, the two-man power trip take form. And Curtis winning his first singles championship after failing to defeat Spade at Validation for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. And Curtis was down on himself, but he's been building himself back up these last few weeks. Every time Curtis is knocked down, he's able to pick himself up, dust himself off, and come back stronger. So many failed attempts, so many times Curtis has been close to singles championship gold, and every single time he's slipped up. But we saw he has what it takes to defeat Zero a couple of weeks ago. Now the championship is on the line. Can Curtis do it again? He says it's time to go night-night. Waiting very patiently as Zero picks himself up on the ropes there. Slides under the knee strike. Hurricane Rana, and Zero just completely unable to match Curtis's speed and athleticism. He's got to use that brick wall frame of his to just snuff out Curtis and his ability to do things most other superstars could only dream of, let alone normal folks like me. Gotta keep him grounded. Oh, double boot stop. That's easier said than done at the start of this match, though. Right down onto the face. Zero gets busted open. And now to the back of the head with a knee. You can tell Curtis, straight from the get-go, man, on a Sub-Zero like a monkey on a cupcake. Not taking a breath, and now Curtis from the shoulder taking out Zero with the cutter to become Anarchy Champion. Oh man, years and years of hard work almost culminating, but Bret Curtis, who knows that there ain't no rest for the wicked, tries to go for that tombstone lung blower. Now Zero. Hammerlock vertical suplex. coming around with that second wind. Taking too long, the specialist. No match for Zero. And what he brings to the table. Swinging face buster to retain the Anarchy Championship. 1, 2. And you might have thought it was over right there. I wouldn't blame you. But the king of the ring, after a hot start now, not looking too good. And here comes Zero. Going to utilize the no disqualification rule, bringing out a ladder, but then he sees Curtis is back on his feet already, rushes the ring. Curtis is waiting for him with a single knee backbreaker. Up against the rope, Zero at the mercy of Curtis, kicks him out of the ring, landing right on the ladder. Hurricane Rana, oh man. Almost. Right down onto the ladder. Very close to being the victim of his own tactics. Bringing out that ladder. Where's Curtis going now? Oh, the age-old equalizer. Steel chair in hand. Brett Curtis gonna let loose. Or at least tries to, but Zero smashing it over Curtis's head instead. But remember, this isn't Falls Count Anywhere. You see referee Johnson remaining in the ring. You can only win by pin or submission inside the squared circle. And now Zero's got the chair. Thank God Curtis able to roll out of the way. Double boot stomp. Disarming the Anarchy Champion. And look at Curtis on the hunt. Spinning Zero around. Knee to the face. Discus clothesline. Zero just sits right back up, but Curtis ain't having any of that. Right there to meet him. Cheeky jab. Cut first into the barricade. And now back into the ring we go. Zero spreading those legs. Head drop to the midsection. Working on those ribs. Forearm smashes loaded up. Curtis. Clothesline to keep himself alive, at least for now. Desperation pin might have it. Curtis, you know you can do it. Don't start to doubt yourself now. Oh, Pele kick. Did you see the way Zero's head snapped downward? And Curtis standing tall in the ring. He's saying, you want some? Bring it on, big boy. Champion's got the chair. Able to evade each other with the in and out game here. Curtis playing some games with Zero, and Zero's not happy. Launching him to the outside. Swings behind, single knee gut buster, continuing to inflict damage on the ribs. Curtis sends him into the ring. Right on top of that steel chair. Hang on a second. Onto the chair. The cutter. The cutter. Curtis. 1, 2. Oh. Brett Curtis, a millisecond away. And now he's got the chair. What's he going to do with it? Sets it up in the corner, wedging it between the turnbuckles. He's got something sinister in mind. And first into the chair goes Zero. And if that doesn't ring your bell, I don't know what will. Full mount Curtis. Unloading. And a slap on the way out. Zero slithers away. He's got the ladder in hand now. This ain't no ladder match, though. Sleeper slam. Curtis saying, you ain't running away. Not this time. Decides not to use the ladder. Gonna use his own two hands. Tries to go low. Subject Zero blocks him though. Irish whip coming back at Zero. Jawbreaker's waiting for him. Stagger the big man, pop up Hurricane Rana. And Curtis! Every fan in this arena on their feet. Could this be the moment? Tombstone! Lung blower! 1, 2! No! And Curtis can't believe it. A look of shock on his face. But he's not deterred. He's not giving up. Curtis unloading. He's still got something left to give. Isn't enough though. Not if Zero has anything to say about it. Now what's he going for? What do we got this time? A metal bat. And right across the head of the king of the ring. And that's not enough. Now the ribs being targeted. Curtis grinds his teeth though. Pushing forward. Even though he's on his last leg. Back and forth. Busted open as Curtis. Zero can't even stand. What a match in the main event of Supremacy number 34 with the Anarchy Championship on the line, and Zero can't find a way to keep Curtis down. Not very often you see Zero so debilitated. Wait! Curtis! 360 tombstone! 1, 2, 3! Brett Curtis is the new CMV Anarchy champion. Years and years of hard work, finally capturing his first singles gold. Can't help but to feel proud. Everything he had to do to keep Zero down. No quit in the specialist. Incredible performance and a well-deserved victory. I thought for sure Curtis had it won right there, but no, Zero still wasn't done. And in the end, a 360 tombstone pile driver is what it took to keep down the brick wall. And there is the new Anarchy champion, ladies and gentlemen. Well, guys, thank you, as always, for tuning in and watching along with me. If you're new to the show and you like what you saw, make sure that you drop a follow so that you get that notification when I go live. The next time will be probably on Thursday. I'm going to be doing the pay-per-view in 2 parts again, like I did Validation. So part 1 will be on Thursday. Part 2 will probably be next Sunday. But don't miss it. Fortune, a stack card from top to bottom. The card will be posted in probably like 10 minutes on the Discord and Twitter, both of which you can join by hitting the respective commands in chat. But until next time, I hope you have a lovely rest of your Sunday night, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.